Hey Capricorn, thanks for joining me. This is your bi-weekly video for tarot. We are looking at Sun or Rising Capricorns, and we are checking out a really potent time from eclipse to eclipse. And I was feeling a different deck, but now I'm feeling this one. So this is a really potent time. We're looking at the new moon on October 14th, which is also the solar eclipse in Libra in tropical astrology, and that's on the south node, to the north node lunar eclipse / full moon in Taurus, which will be one of the last eclipses in Taurus that we'll see for quite some time. And it is a really potent time. This eclipse season heralds a time of great beginnings, great endings, and you might feel as such. So let's take a look at what is coming up for you. Remember that these are collective readings and this is guidance that is meant to be short and sweet. If you want to get a more extended reading, you can check out your monthly reading, which those are up for this month. You can check that out on my channel. Also the astrology highlight videos, which I think they both just provide different types of answers and guidance to help you through the month. So I always look to provide practical guidance, and so I hope that this is helpful for you. If you want to get specific, if you're like, oh, it doesn't resonate with me this month, so it must not be real. Actually, let's just like reframe that as it might not be your message this month. And if it is, great. If it isn't, then maybe check out your sun sign if this is your rising sign, or get a one-to-one reading, because that's honestly the best way that you're going to understand what's happening for you personally, whether that's astrologically with your chart or whether that's with tarot. So where can you be putting your time, energy, attention, and focus for this month? It's so interesting because the last sign right before you, which was Sagittarius, also got the same card, and we are looking at the third house of communication. So this is either verbal or written communication within your neighborhood, within like your radius, like that is short distance, where you go for farmer's market, where you go for gas, where the people that you talk to, your neighborhood, and also siblings or sibling-like people in your life. And even if those types of people aren't the people that you feel are really up for you or that you can relate to around this period of time, then I would say it has more to do with communication. So, when we're looking at South Node, this is about, people sometimes hear the word release and they think, oh, I have to like cut people out or I have to do certain things. This can be about clarifying, and clearing conversations to create understanding, right? We're thinking of Libra and relationships that are harmonious. We're thinking about balance and rebalance and what's fair. And so if you want to work with the energies, then this would be an example or a few examples about how you can see this is like, perhaps there are people that you need to be having conversations with or communication with in order to rebalance or reset the connections, right? It doesn't always mean you need to like cut people out. That's not necessarily what it means. And I just think that, especially, these days with the internet, with where things are at this point, it's like with psychology advice, with tarot, with astrology, some people just take one thing and they just run with it to the extreme. And so I'd like to try to bring us back to like, let's be intelligent about how we utilize this information. Let's be practical. It's not always so extreme, right? Now, what kind of advice are you getting? So I think that with having these conversations, there will be a renewal of hope, a renewal of faith, a renewal of like fresh, clean and cleansed energy. Like this water, like is cleansed water, meaning, and we're looking at water, so we're looking at the emotions, right? Kind of like how it like it's reflective there, so you can kind of see it. I'm trying to show you like the card itself. It's not the best. I keep using it sometimes in my readings, but honestly, it's the best for like in person versus on camera until I get better lighting, I guess. But yeah, this is like a refreshing. It's like a renewal of emotion, of faith, of feeling, And that gets to happen when you have these kinds of conversations. So have the conversations, clear these things out, have closure, have a reconnection or a rebalancing, whatever it is, to have the energies be fair and just and set. It's so interesting because like Sagittarius also had this like very similar kind of vibe, but like different, like same first card, different second card. So, you know, I find it interesting because it's like there have been, I think, 3 or 4 different signs that have had this as a card that shows up. So yeah, just paying attention to this, paying attention to the energy. I'm always trying to give practical energy, so please, you know, take it or leave it. But if this feels resonant, I would say experiment with it. Like, why not just experiment and see what happens when you work with the energies as they're being laid out for you. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, please give the video a like. It does help let the algorithm know to put me in front of other eyeballs as I'm trying to grow this channel. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, why not do that and hit the notification bell so you don't miss videos like this on the horizon. So I will see you in the next video. Thanks for your time. Thanks for being here.